Hey guys, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And today we're going to be doing another episode of the top arena defenses and why they work. I'm going to be fighting two people on my list, and that's the only two people that I'm going to fight. We're going to go a little bit more in depth though into their runes, seeing exactly why they are G3 players and top players in the arena right now. But if we pull up our list right here, the first one we have is Dabadon8. He is in my guild, and the next one we'll be doing is Tenzin. So let's just first pull up Dabadon here and see exactly what he's rolling with. He's got a Water Fairy King, he's got the Velajuel, Praha, and MoGa. Okay, now I guarantee you guys that all these four monsters are runed extremely well, and you guys will see that once we get into his runes afterwards. I am going to be going with the bomb team against them, the Sierra with the Tiana, Malacca, and I might actually switch over to a Kabila instead of Galleon. But we're going to try this one first and see if basically all I'm hoping for is that they don't remove my will runes. That's the main thing that I'm hoping for. Let's see if they remove my will runes or not. Because he has two chances. He doesn't only have one with the Praha, but it also has a chance with MoLong as well. So Velajuel will use his turn perfectly. Praha used hers perfectly as well. And then Reckless Assault comes in from the Panda. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead though and try it one more time using Kabila and see if that changes the outcome at all. I don't think it will, because I don't think I have enough damage to take out his monsters, and then you also have that Water Fairy King there that's going to be doing a lot of damage as well. And I don't think this is going to work out well, but like I said, we'll see the runes here and see exactly why he is so crazy OP, because he's got some sick runes. So we got the first turn this time. I was able to land the bombs on two of the monsters. Didn't even get the bombs on all of them. Go ahead and drop one on Praha just to hope that we get a stun there. Able to take out the Water Fairy King, but of course he comes back pretty easily. And then a Sanctuary from there. Again, GG from the Violent proc there. So there's no real way that this bomb team is going to work against them. I guarantee you though, if we use the a Lucian team, we probably won't do very well as either, because the Praha is so fast. But let's go ahead and pull up his runes here and see what he's working with. So here's Dabadon's runes, and first off we'll start with the Water Fairy King. There, 120 plus speed with 97 crit rate, 153 crit damage. Not a lot of health, but it doesn't really need it. And it's Despair Nemesis, which I believe is the best way to rune it. Doesn't have a whole lot of resistance, so if I were able to maybe bring a Zeros against it, it might do a little bit better, where I can reset that monster. But let's move on to the Velajuel here. We have plus 159 speed with 1,000 extra defense and almost 19,000 HP extra. Just crazy. So this is Violent Will as well, by the way. 23 speed, 26 speed, 24 speed, 19 speed, and 25 speed. So he's got some room on that 6-slot rune that he can get a little bit more speed out of. But again, super crazy stats on that Velajuel. And the other monster here that he was working with was Praha. We skipped past her. Plus 151 speed, decent HP and decent defense with a lot of accuracy and some okay resistance. Doesn't really need much more than that. But if you look here, speed, HP with speed substats on his offset runes as well. Despair Nemesis, really nice Praha. Not the best out there, but really nice Praha. And then the last monster that he had was the MoLong, and that was this one right here. 138 speed, but also it has 31,000 plus HP. Nice accuracy at 61%. And then it is Violent Will with speed, HP with all these speed subsets. So overall, super well runed MoLong. Also very nicely ruined everything else, and you guys can see why he is basically G3 consistently throughout. Alright, so now moving on to Tenzin. he is running a Sierra, Rakan, Kabila, and Tiana combination. Okay, I guarantee you that I will not be outspeeding that Kabila. There's no way. I just don't have the runes to outspeed it, and it is also on will runes, so I cannot use Leo on it. So really at this point, I can either go with a tanky approach where I use, say, a bunch of monsters with a lot of HP. Let's say I use Molong, and he's got a couple wind monsters, but really let's say I want to use this also with a Perna, and then just to give myself a little bit of extra heals, and then to take some of the Rakan damage, I'll go ahead and put the Chasun in there. And really this is the only option that I personally have to be able to beat Tenzin. I have to resort to bruising it out, which isn't always a bad option, but it's just a much slower option. So he takes off all my will runes, though he's going to drop a bomb on my Molong, and that's what I figured. Does get the stun. The provoke comes in on my wind healer, and let's see if I can go after the... I think my Chasun's dead. My Chasun's pretty much dead. So I'm going to go ahead and go after the Sierra, though. Got another bomb dropped on my Chasun. Got some nice stuns, though. I'm going to continue to go after the Sierra until that one's done. Now I'm going to try to land this. Got a collapse, but thankfully no crit on the collapse. I'm just going to finish off the Sierra so that way it doesn't violent proc. Well, it did violent proc in me. Now I'm going to go after the Kabila. Hopefully it's squishy. It's not even that squishy though. I was expecting it to be a lot more squishy. I'm going to try to go after Kabila, and then I'm actually going to use Molong on the Rakan right now because I feel like he's going to... I don't know. I feel like he's going to take out my Molong this next turn here with the collapse. He does get a critical, and then also healed up a little bit from his HP. I need to get this down. Once I get the Rakan down though, I should be in good shape. But you guys can see that this is not something that's like the easiest thing to counter against, even with bruising monsters. It took us about 2.5 minutes to actually win this fight, which during rush hour it's not good. It's not good at all, because by the time you finish this off, there's going to be other people that are going to be beating you down, and you're going to wake up in a completely different you're going to be like C3 by the time you finish beating that. So let's go though to the rankings and check out Tenzin's runes. That way you guys can see what he's working with. Alright, so we got Tenzin's Island here. He started off with a Sierra, so we'll look at his runes first, or her runes rather. 118 speed extra with some decent HP and really nice attack. Also the accuracy being at 84%. Those are the main stats that you want to look for on Sierra, pretty much. Then we have the attack. We also have attack and attack. So attack times 3 with plus 118 speed is really good. Overall though, the Sierra, not like the most impressive thing in Tenzin's box, especially since it's not on will either. But you guys can see why he's using those 2 broken set runes instead of going with will. And then the next monster that he had was Tiana, and it is running with swift will, speed, attack, HP, and about 175 extra speed. So that's a lot of extra speed on a Tiana. If you guys know, because of the speed being so low, the base speed being so low, it's really hard to get that extra speed out of Tiana. But overall, very nicely runed Tiana, really fast on swift will. And then I want to show you guys the Rakan first before we go into the final monster, which is the Kabila. Rakan though, crit rate 70%, crit damage 130%, over 23,000 extra HP, and 115 speed. So a 200 speed Rakan with all those extra things. It is speed, crit damage, HP. So you can see he's lacking a little bit on the HP end, but having the speed there is really why his arena defense works so well is because everything's so fast and he's gaining turns all the time, which is basically what you want, especially with it being on Vampire. With him being faster, he's going to be gaining more turns, he's going to be gaining more HP and more immunity, more attack buffs and things like that from his skills as well. So let's go ahead though and look at his final monster, which is Kabila, and it is a 323 speed Kabila. But check it out here, it's on Swift Will. 223 speed Swift Will. There's definitely not a lot of people that are able to outspeed that, let alone have it on will runes as well, so that way you can't even get a Leo in there to take him out. So just to show you guys, speed, of course, 29 speed slot 3, 28 speed slot 4, 22 speed slot 5, 27 speed slot 6, and 23 speed slot 1. So extremely good runes on it, with it being HP as well. That's ridiculous. So it has over 20,000 HP on a Kabila is hard to get as well, because if you look at the base HP, it's only 7,410. So that's like one of the main drawbacks from Kabila, is that it's so squishy. But his, with the HP on slot 6 and slot 4, he actually does a really decent job of being tanky at the same time. So that's Tenzin though, and that's why he is one of the highest ranked players in the game, being G3 pretty consistently, because he has an extremely fast Kabila and he pairs it well with Tiana, Rakan, and Sierra. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of top arena defenses and why they work. If you liked it, if it helped you out or gave you any sort of insights of how to build your defenses, go ahead and subscribe. Also leave a like and comment. But as always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's going on, Soup? It's Claytano. Be sure to subscribe for more content every single day. If you missed yesterday's video, you can check it out here, and if you're in need of some sick new merch, you can click on this other link instead. Also, if you want to stay connected with me personally, go ahead and hit me up on any social media platform at Claytano, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace!